Legislatures, executive, and administration of independent India were expected to exercise their powers in accordance with the directions and guidelines given in this part of the Constitution. Directive principles are certain ideals, particularly aiming at socio-economic justice, which, according to the framers of Constitution, Indian state should strive for. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar described directive principles as a novel feature of the Constitution. They are in the nature of general directions, instructions, or guidelines to the state. Directive principles embody the aspirations of the people of India. Objectives and ideals which union and the state governments must bear in mind while making laws and formulating policies. The directive principles are the life-giving provisions of the Constitution. They represent the philosophy of social justice incorporated in the Constitution of India. Although directive principles are not legally binding by any court, they are fundamental in the governance of the country. They lay down a code of conduct for the legislatures, executive, and administrators of India to discharge their responsibility in tune with these ideals.
Our difficulty is how to make the heterogeneous mess that we have today take a decision in common and march in a cooperative way on that road which is bound to lead us to unity.
Directive principles in the Indian Constitution are taken from the Constitution of Ireland, but the idea and philosophy of these principles can be traced back to the French Declaration of Human Rights, American Declaration of Independence, liberal as well as socialist philosophy of the 19th century, and our very own Gandhian concept of Sarvodaya. The directive principles contained in the Indian Constitution are taken from the Irish Constitution. The Irish themselves had, however, taken the ideas from the Constitution of Spain. The idea of such policies can be traced to the Declaration of Rights of Man, proclaimed in revolutionary France, and the Declaration of Independence by the American colonies. Similar guidelines were provided in the form of instruments of instruction in the Government of India Act 1955. Directive principles of state policy aim at making India a welfare state. The directive principles are classified on the basis of their ideological source and objectives. Article 38. The state shall strive to promote the welfare of the people by securing and protecting a social order, by ensuring social, economic, and political justice, and by minimizing inequalities in income, status, facilities, and opportunities. Article 39. The state shall, in particular, direct its policies towards securing right to an adequate means of livelihood to all the citizens. The ownership and control of material resources shall be organized in a manner to serve the common good. The state shall avoid concentration of wealth in few hands. Equal pay for equal work for both men and women. The protection of the strength and health of the workers. Childhood and youth shall not be exploited. Article 41. To secure the right to work, to education, and to public assistance in cases of unemployment, old age, sickness, and disability. Article 42. The state shall make provisions for securing just and humane conditions of work and for maternity leave. Article 43. The state shall endeavour to secure to all workers a living wage and a decent standard of life. Article 43A. The state shall take steps to secure the participation of workers in the management of industries. Article 47. To raise the level of nutrition and the standard of living and to improve public health. Article 40. The state shall take steps to organize village panchayats as units of self-government. Article 43. The state shall endeavour to promote cottage industries on an individual or cooperative basis in rural areas. Article 44. 43B to promote voluntary formation, autonomous functioning, democratic control, and professional management of cooperative societies. Article 46. The state shall promote educational and economic interests of the weaker sections of the people, particularly of the scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and the other weaker sections. Article 47. The state shall take steps to improve public health and prohibit consumption of intoxicating drinks and drugs that are injurious to health. Article 48. To prohibit the slaughter of cows, calves, and other milch and brought cattle, and to improve their breeds. Let's take a look at the directives based on liberal intellectual principles. Article 44. The state shall endeavour to secure for the citizens a uniform civil code through the territory of India. Article 45. To provide early childhood care and education for all children until they complete the age of 6 years. Article 48. To organize agriculture and animal husbandry on modern and scientific lines. Article 48A. To protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forests and wildlife of the country. Article 49. The state shall protect every monument or place of artistic or historic interest. Article 50. The state shall take steps to separate judiciary from executive in the public services of the state. Article 51. It declares that to establish international peace and security, the state shall endeavour to maintain just and honourable relations with the nations